Uh, Today's our theme is what is the theme today? Mindfulness and daily application, right? Now we have two aspects. One is called the theory, one is practice. To practice something, we should know what we are going to practice. So knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is something like we read, discuss, listen. So we gain knowledge, acquire knowledge, we collect the knowledge. With that knowledge, we practice. And through the practice, we realize something. That is called the wisdom. That is called the wisdom. Now, this theory, knowing so many knowledge or having knowledge is not enough. So ultimately, we should be a wise person. That is wisdom. So that's why we always say sunat, that means listen. In Buddhism, especially Theravada Buddhism, we always before giving any kind of talks, we speak about three terms. One is like sunat, that means listen. Dharat, that means keep in mind. And charat, walk, practice accordingly. Now, to listen, as I said, sometimes physically, although we are here, but mentally, sometimes we are not here. It's very difficult. That is the nature of mind. So I think coming days, we will have 1 week to talk about the nature of mind. There, I'm planning to read the whole one Vagga section. It is called the Chitta Vagga in Dhammapada. So Dhammapada is the collection of the many Buddha's teachings, which were highlighted teachings. And Chitta means mind, Vagga means section. So it's talking about the nature of mind. Now there is one stanza, it's called Durangamang Ekacharang Asarirang Guhasaya. You understand? So now this also I also have to say something like this. Now imagine now scholarly or generally we believe that Buddha was teaching in a language that is called the Pali language. Okay, so Pali is what I just recited. Now imagine if we were fortunate in front of the Buddha and Buddha is teaching us by using this language. How fortunate we are, right? How wonder that can be. But somehow we are so lucky. We are so lucky that still that language is exist and also the teaching also exists. So we are lucky. So I would like to remind you that whenever I say this kind of stanza, try to accept it with appreciation. Imagine like, oh, how nice. At least I can hear how this sounds like, the Pali word sounds like. And so this is very important. So otherwise you sometimes will say, we don't understand that, I'm boring, because it's what's happening usually. Like, can you translate it? Yes, translation, we will do translate, but in the same time, I would like to remind you, say something like, when you listen such words, just imagine, wow, this is how this language sound like. And Buddha was using like Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava savatyang viharati jetavani anatha pindika sarang. So like when Buddha was teaching, like asevana cha bhalanang panditanang cha sevana, like this. So sounds, at least we are so fortunate to listen that word, the sound. So I know there will be like a kind of thought, I don't understand what is that meaning, but at that moment, try to use the application of try to use the mindfulness. Try to go to the mindfulness. Oh no, this is where I need to aware my mind. Oh, this is because that is our mind pattern is like that. If something is not going according to me, according to my way, Then we have second thought, what is this? This and that. At that time, if you can bring what I just said, that is the mindfulness. Oh, Bhante said when Bhante is reciting this kind of things, we just recall ourselves, oh, it's like the Buddha's words. It's like the Buddha was speaking with using this language. So if you can bring that thoughts at that moment, that's very wise decision, I mean, wise practice. That is like the mindfulness. Okay. So saying that, so in this stanza, it's like Durangama. Gama means is wanders, far away. What mind? What is wandering? The mind. Durangamam ekachara. The mind wanders far away and alone. Durangamam ekachara asariran. The mind does not have the like shape. Like you cannot show the mind is like the potato, tomato, or this and that. There is no shape of that mind. It does not have any physical body. Asariram. Sarira means body, physical appearance. Asarira means no body. Guhasayan. But somehow this mind aspect is within this body, within this pattern long body. Okay. So now this is the nature of the mind. So what the mind do is sometimes though we are physically here, mind wander. But we have to be wise, mindful to bring the mind to here wherever I am now. That is very important. So that's why I said, so when we're listening, Sunata have to listen, not just listening. Because for example, now if you're just passing, we hear so many words, sound, people talking this and then songs, but this just mirror listening. But we have to attention, pay attention it with mindfully. What does it means? So when we Dhamma speak in Dharma, we must try to bring back our mind and body in the same place. And with that awareness, we must listen to the Dharma. Then we will remember what does said during the Dhamma talk, during the sharing. So then you can keep in mind. In the same time, I also suggest if you would like to have some kind of short notebooks, you can bring it actually. For example, there are some words sometimes I say it may not appearing the words sharing, so you can write down. And no worries, if you want, I can make it slowly, like sati as said, ti like that. So as I said, this is all like metta gathering. There is no rush. It's not like there's no one like rushing you, pushing you. No one is saying you must do this, that, and it's everything is happening here is like metta based. Everyone understand each other's. The last time few of you shared me like this place makes feeling like very relaxed and comfortable, like someone else near to us. This is very important. So place should be, house, place should be a place where you can go freely, where you can come freely. So you don't have to be who are looking at me, who is talking with me, who is smiling with me, who is not smiling with me, not like that. So, but in the same time, we all are the same family. We all are the same. We are all looking for the something called the happiness, peace, and ultimate liberation. So we all. So then if we think that way, so that means make the mind free from some kind of unnecessary thoughts, then you will pick up all those points. And then the next important thing is charat. Sunat, dharat, charat. That means walk, practice according to Dharma. So listening Dharma is really, it will be benefits, it will be useful only if we can put them into practice. Otherwise, just words, right? Just words. There's no meaning. So we must keep those words and we must practice in life. So now you see, I have shared handouts. I should not say handout, but the words is like always in the classroom. So I will say like Dhamma thoughts. because so I shared there's word file. So this is based on the sutta called the Sati Patthana. That means establishment of mindfulness. So this is very important actually. A friend of us decided to have like kind of deep meditation session for few weeks, for few days. So it would be like fasting and serious practice actually. It's not like relaxation. It should be like that kind of deep practice. So there might be, we will take this sutta to discuss more. Like daytime will be the practice and the evening time maybe 2 to 3 hours. Like the deep discussion, not like I just say something and stop. No, because this sutta need to be talked like until it finished, until things are clear. So then you get in the ideas. So there should be more time. So I hope to discuss this sutta there, like taking some much time, and plus practice according to that sutta. So do you remember I said this is the one and only way to liberation. That is satipatthana. It's very, very important, satipatthana. And so when the Buddha, usually as you know, Buddha is like wandering, right? Buddha is with his disciple. He wander from village to village, town to town, right? So at some point, Buddha arrived at a place and he was teaching this sutta, Satipatthana Sutta. Then people were so nice, they really wanted to practice these teachings, practice this teaching. Then there was, everyone was encouraging each others. And sometimes they are saying, if they are meeting, they are asking, so nowadays Buddha is teaching this sutta. So how do you feel? So what is your progress? So what's your state? Where are you now? So which kind of meditation object are you taking nowadays? Because we have here four, right? We have the like Kaya Anupassana, Vedana Anupassana, Chitta Anupassana, Dhamma Anupassana, means mindfulness on body, mindfulness on feeling, mindfulness on mind, and mindfulness on mental objects, right? That means thoughts, right? Thoughts. So they was asking each other, so what kind of meditation object now are you taking or you are practicing the mindfulness? So people are answering a very good, positive way, nice way, progressive. In the same time, there are some people, they said, that doubt about their practice, they doubt about their progress, they doubt about uh, what should be done. Then at that stage, people say, it says, there was blaming them. How come? Dharma is here, Buddha is here, the enlightenment is already close to us. You are not practicing, you are not taking the benefit from this. So, like a kind of how to say, like there was looking like and down. You are not making the making use of the Buddha's teachings. So in the same time, I would like to say one things like this. Now, samsara, you know the samsara, right? The circle of birth and death. So it is a long journey. According to Buddhist understanding, it's a long journey. It's like the long journey. In the long trip, we stop for a while to have a rest. Like this life is like the rest. Like you are going somewhere else very far, you're driving car, you're going by bus, but bus will stop somewhere to have, of course, you don't have here, like because, but like if you go India, like Sri Lanka, so long journey, like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. So buses will stop very many places. So when we stop, what we do is like little bit, walking and like having a tea, coffee, and again go the bus and we start our journey. So this human life, I mean, this journey also like one stop in this long journey in samsara. How many times we had birth like this, and how many times will be happening in the life? We don't know. So there is one sutta, it's called the Anamatagga Vagga. That means the endless, the samsara is endless, pointless. very difficult to say where it started. Let me tell you one story. Tear. The tear means, the tear, right? When we cry, we feel tear. So there's one sutta is called as Asu Sutta. That means tear, that discourse on tear. So Buddha was asking monks. They said, in this samsara, in this endless samsara, we had many births, and during this time period, we had many, our father, mother, sister, brother, beloved one, son, the friends, and they have passed away. We lost them. Then we were very sad, we upset, we cry. So we were crying. So if you collect all these tears, okay, the Buddha was asking the question, also saying that if you put all this tear one side, the great ocean is one side. Which one will be the more? Is the water in the great ocean or the tears? Buddha said it's tear. So think. Can you imagine? Can you imagine where we started? So, if we lost someone, we cry. Yes, maybe 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cups, 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liters. But after that, we forget, right? Suppose now, we all remember our fathers, our grandfathers, but I'm not sure whether we all remember the grandfather's father. Although we remember, we don't have that much feeling, right? Who was there? We don't know. Same like next generation, maybe our son, someone very close to us, maybe the grandson will remember, that's all. After that, nobody will remember us. But sometimes we're suffering collecting, having expectation, hope, I want to do for next 7 generations, long generations. And we forget ourselves. That is very unfortunate. Taking care of others is very good, very nice, very important. That's the humanistic. In the same time, we should not forget ourselves. Doing for others, doing for oneself. It's called the doing for someone, like swartha. Again, there is 2 words. Swartha means doing something for oneself, and parartha means doing something for others. Actually, these 2 should be interconnection. You're doing something for others means actually you are doing for yourself. For example, I'm taking care of others means actually I'm practicing kindness, compassion, generosity, forgiveness, like letting go, everything. So when you giving something for the offering, it is mostly benefited you. I mean, yes, the one who will receive, there is benefits for him or herself, but through this, I'm practicing the generosity, the giving up. So that is more for me, actually. That is how need to be trained our mind. So I'm offering a glass of water, I'm offering these things, drinks, a meal. It's not really only for them. It's really for me. So that is how need to be. That is the wise way of thinking. It's not just giving. I have money, I have this, so I just give. It's not like that. We have to think. I'm practicing generosity, so-called the dana, so-called the generosity, dana, or giving up, or the detachment. So slowly, that is what we will do. So now in this village, so there was the Buddha is there, but they are not taking this advantage of it. So people was kind of looking them down, and so then people were blaming. Then they were kind to say that don't miss this opportunity, because Dharma is already available now. Remember, there will be time called the Abuddha Kāla, where there is no Buddha, there is no Dharma, there is no Sangha. So imagine if there is, how much we are suffering. do you think this suffer will less in the future or more in the future? It's really more, right? Somehow. And Dhamma is now, what do you think? Dhamma was when the Buddha was there, and his very close disciples were there. And generation, now we are here. In the future, slowly, this Dharma will disappear. Again, this disappear here does not mean that it will vanish. Actually, disappear means I mean, you know something, you don't practice this, you don't say it. If you don't do that, after 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, you will forget, right? That is how actual Dhamma disappear. It's not like suddenly disappearing. So it's like you have something, you put in cupboards and lock it. It's not shining. So Dharma, the more you practice, the more you share, the more you are sharing with others, the more is light, the more is shining. So, but somehow, because due to, yes, we have today very technology development. Unfortunately, we are losing something else that is called the spirituality, this and that. So in the future, people will have more suffering than today we have. But of course, who knows? Maybe they will satisfy what they're having. But remember, you see, when I'm saying I have doubt, like to say that they will suffer more because now somehow there is a trend so-called like, how come technology is so advanced, this and that. But if you really talking the very true fact, actually they will suffering, right? Because spirituality will go on somehow. People will, either they will have no opportunities, or either they will be somehow trained to go for materialism, and or somehow they will attach with that. Maybe sometimes you don't want to attach, but somehow you will happen to attach. That is what sometimes we do something. It's not because I like it, but there's no way. Sometimes we don't find, so that's why we do that. And unfortunately, that brings one by more suffering. So what I want to say is that in the future, so Adhammavadi, Dharma means Dharma, Adhamma means not Dharma, will come up. That's what the Buddha said. By the time when the people are so attached to the material things, Dharma will slowly disappear from our mind. Then we will highlight some other things. Then when we do so, we will tangle with this, we will attach with this, we will live in it. And somehow we don't know what makes us suffering. We don't know how to overcome suffering. So that is actually disappear on the Buddha's time, Buddha's teaching. Then there will be a time where absolutely nobody will say, okay, if do this, do that, don't do that, don't do this. Because everyone is running for something, expectation, competition, materials, and nobody have time to see the spirituality. So that is called Abuddha. Now, how fortunate we are. We have the Buddha. Buddha was born in this kalpa, and we have the dharmas, and we have the sanghas, and also we have the very spiritual friends around us. So this is the best time. This is the very good time to make use of it. Otherwise, we'll be late. Once we're late, then saying that, oh, because of this, that, well, we can say, as I said, we can make a lot of lists like that, but ultimately it is you, it is I, it is we that who are suffering. So knowing that, to know that, we have to have very wise person. We have to. Now, how can we know this? To know that like this, again, you have to listen, you have to read, you have to discuss the Dharma. Dharma is the one and only way to overcome the ignorance. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. We think we know everything. But sometimes there is big ignorance. There's big ignorance. So again, there's one professor who said, of course, it's like not knowing what need to be known is the ignorance. That means I don't know what I don't know. So I should know what I should know. I should know what I should know to overcome this suffering. So if I know that, then I can overcome suffering. So to know, to acquire wisdom, to knowledge, as I said, always need to be sharing, need to be listening, need to be joining this kind of groups. Duties, responsibilities are there. Nobody can escape these responsibilities, like as a mother, as a business, as a father, as a someone, husband, wife, or mothers or teachers, as a spiritual person, like the monks even. So we have some responsibilities, duties towards others. But doing that, if we forget, if we forget ourselves and only engage in that, that is very dangerous. So we have to take care of ourselves, because we have to know that if I'm safe, maybe there is many people will save. Okay, as I said, like doing for others, doing for oneself, it should not be two things. It should be one thing. It should be one thing. So last time I think I shared the story of the tea making. There was in my temple, there was a person who was making tea for many people who visit the temple. And one day he was like very upset. He said, Bhante, you see, I'm leaving the temple. I'm making the tea. I have no time even to go to worship the Buddha. I have no time to worship the Buddha. I'm always, the lock in the kitchen. So I have no even. And then that's true. That's true. Then I said, well, actually, you can do like this, income and income. The income is getting something for you. We have to survive, right? We have to live in this life. Income. Income means punya kamma. Punya means merits. Kamma means action, meritorial actions. So if we can do merit making and income together, that is wonderful job. That's wonderful job, right? So, but many people have wonderful jobs like teaching, doctors, nurse. These are wonderful jobs you can do. You can get some money, plus you can go beyond your duties. You can move humanistic, but not for everyone, right? We have different purpose. But still, if you honest what you do, for example, if you're doing like making food for others, or if you decorate some some rooms, or decoration or engineer, or you're doing a fashion or the clothes, then you can say, well, this is very human needs, right? So I'm doing this, wearing this, having this, they are really happy, they will be nice, there's satisfaction, there will be inner peace, there will be inner happiness. So how nice, I somehow indirectly I'm cause for them. So it's, you take the reasonable price and reasonable things. That's the way. So then I said to the team, and I said, think like those who are coming to our temple. So you're giving the tea, you're making tea for them, and every people like to drink the tea. So especially my temple, because they like the milk tea. My temple, they were coming. Usually we give the milk tea for everyone. So then I said, they will enjoying every time you make the tea. They appreciate it. So you can think how nice. So somehow I'm helping them to satisfy, to drink to overcome thirsty. So you can think like that too. For example, like in Dhamma sharing, now if I like, how can every Friday like this, like this? No, I cannot tell, like, I can see like, oh, how nice. Because when I'm sharing, to share something, I must to read something. When I'm reading, I'm feel joy, happiness. That is so that's why I said that doing for others, doing for yourself, if you can make a connect, is wonderful. If not, if we look always separately, then always like doing for others is some kind of duties, and somehow you want to fulfill the duties, and you feel like I'm missing myself. But honestly speaking, if you look deeply, these two are connected. We do for others because I like that's why I do for something. But somehow that likeness is, if it is come with the irritation, there's a problem. If it is like with some kind of unwholesome truth, there's a problem. So try to connect with the wholesome roots. Wholesome root. Then they are safe, you say, both safe, everyone safe. So that is the way. That is the one thing I would like to share. And to do that, and now when we do so, there is a lots of sensation going on, physically, mentally, thoughts. Like physically, we don't like. Mentally, we have a lots of thinking about this. Why I should do that person? That is a very bad person, very evil person. That's very wrong person. So we have a lots of thoughts, and even sometimes thinking like that, also we feel like self-doubt. Yeah, I'm so bad person. I'm thinking about like this. Because I mean, one way we happen to something bad for someone. The second thought is like, I am sad about what I thought. Then we make it like self-criticism. I'm so bad person. I'm so bad person. And what we are missing is what happening. So that's why it is very important to mindfulness, awareness. So whenever such kind of things happening, for example, a few days ago, I was looking for something. But it's not coming. I was looking for online, it's not coming. Then while I'm thinking, there's 2, 3 ways. One way is I'm trying not working, so I can push. That's nonsense. This is stupid things. Anyway, like wait little wait, and I observe. So I mean, then I was thinking like when I'm typing, I'm typing, I'm looking for it. In the same time, my mind working is, I can see when I'm trying something to find, I cannot get it. There's a kind of irritations going on. It's going on. My hand is moving, my teeth is biting, like these, a lots of things. So need to be mindfulness about this. That is called the here Kayanupassana, mindfulness of the body. So when the bad thoughts are coming, when the irritation thoughts are coming, when unhealthy thoughts are coming, how do you feel physically? Recognize. Sometimes people are teeth biting, they bite teeth. Sometimes the shoulders become very tight. Become very tight. And sometimes they push the things away here and there. Sometimes they make a sound. Sometimes they type. It's happening. It's happening. This can be happen. So remember, that is the point. Somehow there is physically something abnormal now. That is where you need to apply that is where you need to apply the mindfulness of body. And that is how, if you train to practice that mindfulness about the body, you will train to think like that. So it will not come like in the big first time. You have to do it like several times, and there will be a phrase, there will be a pattern to your mind. Whenever I have something, and if I physically something wrong, and thought you will come like that, will thought, I need to be mindful. So it will not come in the beginning time. You have to push. Today also we were sharing, like sometimes we need, yes, we have the freedom, we can do everything, but sometimes we need to train our mindset little bit in a strict way. So after we train with some rules and regulation in certain pattern, then we don't need rules and regulations, because mind is already in a way where I need to be. So for example, when I'm walking, if I usually like somehow, if I see the ambulance is passing, or if I hear the ambulance sound, or if I see the pregnant woman, or if I see the elderly, or if I see like the kind of disabled person who is having difficulty walking or wheelchairs, somehow I happen to slow down. I realize it's like I'm very going fast, sometimes empty, but somehow slow down. It's make me slow down. Then I just pray, may they be happy, healthy. So it is not like 1 day, 2 days. You need to save these phrase, pattern, habits for permanent, self. And it will happen only 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. So try and try. So once it's saved permanently there, you don't have to worry. You will be automatically will be aware about what's going on you physically. Okay. Then next one is sometimes physically, oh, so nice, because we don't want to be so bad to the others physically. So we smile, we pretend, yes, I'm okay, I'm nice, I'm good. But mentally, lots of going on. How can this person like this? How can he do like this? Me, it's not fair. It's unfair things. Is means a lots of those go, especially like that fairness. So I mean, we won't see others make fair, but unfortunately, this world itself is unfair. We expect always something fairness from others, right? Unfortunately, today I'm revealing one truth. I had a plan last year to do something for the many people. But unfortunately, someone came up with the thoughts like the fairness, the words fairness, this and the words. But of course, in a mundane way, that's unfair for me. But again, I mean, I'm unfair means like they want me to belong to someone else. No, monks is monks for everyone else. Then there is like when I was listening to that person, I will realize like some kind of that person is like looking for something fairness. Okay, if I do that, it should be like that. I'm doing this because of that. Theoretically, yes, it is. We practically cannot find the fairness. It's like understanding. It's based on understanding. You can say, I did so much for you, so why you are not doing something for me? But you can't get that respect, that worship, that veneration in a fairness way. You know, in my temple, there was a monk. After 1 month, he left the temple. Of course, I'm busy with my own things, our temples, because then I asked someone, I said, what happened to that monk? He said, nobody worshipped to him. I said, what? So he had a kind of expectation. Yes, he is very nice monk, very good monk, very young monk. But he had a kind of expectation. Everyone respect him like they do me to me or something like that. Because in my temples, we are different because we are responsible person. So every people, if I say something, they'll listen. So that is obvious to happen. But other monks sometimes, so you see, you can't get respect, the veneration from others. You can't demand it, right? Means you can't say we have to earn it. So now when we talk about the fairness, it's like, so we look the fairness from others. Now tell me, you like yourself so much, right? So we eat properly, we eat the best food, good food that I like. We eat the noodles, rice, fried, whatever. I drink the meal, whatever it is. So I eat all that I like, right? I take shower, I go jogging, I go for walking, I do everything. Why? Because I like myself. I like this body. I like myself, right? That should be. Now looking at, taking care of this, but the whole such a long years. Now there's so many things happening like beyond our expectation. Like everybody like to be like, for example, now maybe we don't want to go older, right? We don't want to get older. We don't want to get sick. We don't want to be disabled. Sometimes water is here. I want to drink water. There will be sometimes I cannot get my glass of water. Shaking, hanging, fall down. So now talk to your hands. Hey, hands, I took care of a long such a time. So why are you so unfair to me? Can you talk? But in theoretical, we have to talk like that. He should be able like that, right? I did not touch something fire. I did not touch electric. I did not touch the bad things because I thought you will harm. You will be damaged. I protect you, but you're not giving this water. How come? So what I want to say is, these physical bodies doing a lots of unfair to us, that we were taking care of us. Then how can we find the fairness from others else? Total bodies, total perception, total understanding. So somehow we have a thought, no, he or she should be like this and that. So, and we have a lots of complaint, this and that. There is a nature. There is nature. I'm not saying there is something wrong. There's the nature of human mind. That is the nature of, in the same time, I'm not saying that to do that again and again. But if something happening accidentally, something bad thoughts come about someone, acknowledge is know that, oh, there was something wrong. And try, talk to yourself. I should not do that one again. So that is the best thing. So what? So feelings like that. So there is like good feeling, bad feeling, wholesome, unwholesome, neutral. Whatever the feelings come in, just know that, oh, these are feelings. In the beginning, you may name it. You can label it. Like you can find a very simple way, like happy, happy, happy thought, happy feeling, happy feeling. You don't have as a feeling. It's a happy, 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 sad, sad, angry, angry. You can talk to yourself. We usually in the meditation at the beginning we advise them to label it, but in advanced level you don't have to label it. Just realize, oh, it's a happy feeling. So when such feelings are coming, there's a lots of tightness, rushness in your body. Then you can recognize all those things. And so be mindful about the thoughts. Be mindful about the about the feelings. So if it is good, be good. If it is bad, also be good. I mean, if the happy feeling coming, don't overjoy. If sad, don't be overjoyed. Let me tell you, I have so many stories that there was a person who won the lottery, right? Lottery. So, and because of that, he got the big money. He was so happy, he died. He was very happy about it. He was very happy about it. So some people cannot bear the happiness. In the same way, there's some people cannot bear the sadness. Few days ago, not 1 week, I think few days ago in Sri Lanka, the match, cricket match. You may have heard the cricket match. So one Sri Lankan's boy, he was throwing the ball, and somebody hit and he got so many score. So he threw the ball. That means he gave so many runs to someone, the opposition. So his father, who was watching the TV, got heart attack. Seeing that my son is he throwing the ball, but the opposite, they hit so much that they got so many runs, so many score. So he couldn't bear that. How come others hit my son's ball that much? So he passed away. So what is this? Got heart attack, passed away. Because they cannot bear the difficulties. That's very wrong. That's why train ourselves. If I have, very good. If I don't have, also okay. If we can bring our life in that level, we are safe. Otherwise, the dangers coming in our lives, we don't know. It's not only this life, in samsara, as I said, this just. So from this life, we can close to liberation, and we also can go far away from liberations. If we train our mind, if we practice, we slowly, gradually come into liberations. But if we develop a lot of unwholesome thoughts, we are slowly, gradually getting far away from the liberation. So it is you that need to be decided. Okay. The next thing is chitta. About the mind is also same like feeling, minds. So don't let mind to control. Observe the mind. Okay. So as I hear say like, oh yes, I was, the key points for the mind is keep observe the mental state, the lustful thoughts, free from the lustful, the hating, free from the hate, delusion. So there's a lots of thoughts. The mind. Sometimes mind is full of doubts, full of hate, full of fear, bhaya, fearness. So observe it. Observe it. Don't lose yourself in that thoughts. Don't jump in that thoughts and sink in that, but look from above. Like this all thoughts appearing. You stay here. Don't jump and go there. So what usually happen is, if I have the hateful thoughts, okay, I will do that, this, that. That's we have so many other plans, endless plan. So that is not the right way. We have to come back. Oh no, I need to be mindfulness. I need to observe this. Oh, this is the hateful thought. This is the lustful thought. This is fear. You have to observe mindful about that. Okay. So I have pretty shortly given, later on you can check. Okay. And the last one is Dhammanupassana. That means the mindfulness of mental object. So a mental phenomena. So is also like the 5 hindrance, 7 factors, noble. So as a like, there are so many thoughts appears in our mind. One thought finish, another thoughts, and that thought linked to the another thoughts. That thought linked to the another thought. That is the nature. That's the natures. There's no gap sometimes, but mindfulness is the thing makes the gap. It's called the mental push, pause, stop, like for a while, stop for a while. Yes, like there's a kind of hateful thoughts come, okay, or like hateful thoughts came. If you can talk to mind, you say, okay, let me stop hating for 1 second or 2 seconds. After that, I'm gonna hate. It's okay. If you can do that, but 1 second, that 2 seconds will make a lot of difference. That is actually the mindfulness. And this will happen only if you are the mindful, if you are have the enough knowledge about it. Because if I know what is the hate, what the nature, what will bring to me, what kind of suffering it will bring to me, then after knowing all these things, then I will decide, oh no, it's not good to be hateful. But to that, you must have like this kind of gathering. So I know in Hong Kong there is a lots of actually places that you can actually acquire knowledge, sharing. There are some people actually, but I don't know how many of you know about it. So I mean, what I want to say is, where we have the opportunities, go for it, learn for it, without judgment. First, you look and see what they're telling. And if it is really according to Dhamma, if it is really helpful for you, if it is helpful for the society, follow it, continue it. Sometimes I have realized that people like to research a lot. 1 time here, 2 times, 2nd time, 4th time. Doing research is good, going everywhere, trying to see what is going on. But at some point, you must stop finding the data. Then you must put into practice. So I also realize some like, it's good actually, it's like going around looking for what is the right things. But at some point, you have to come back to your home and start practicing. It's like data collection is enough. Once you have the enough data, then start research. Research is practice, and you can observe and reflect. So that need to be done. So let me finalize what I saw. In day-to-day life, there is a lots of thoughts happening. And when these things are happening, I mean, like let me read. But this is actually for you to take away your home. But let me read this one, then we will wind up, and then I will say a few words, and we will go for the last one, reflection. You please read this one, okay? Because what is included here, I will discuss already. So it's like applying these things, somebody else who benefited from them life. So you will read the story, okay? See if you have it. The same stories in the next time to share with me. Okay? You see, life is hard for everyone. No matter what kind of car we drive. Okay? We all face bumpy roads. Practicing Dhamma, that is the teaching of the Buddha, does not mean we avoid the problems. Dharma helps us develop inner strength to deal with difficulties. So we don't add more suffering to our pain. That's important. We already have the second arrow. We already suffered with some things, and we don't put extra on it. Why I'm suffering? How can I'm suffering? Not like that. Okay. So we don't put extra pain on it. Second thing, wise people do not feel sorry for themselves, though they have done some kind of mistake unknowingly or knowingly, okay? Because it's happened. You can't do anything there. So, I mean, saying, I'm so bad, so this and that, that's pointless because already happened. So you don't have to lose yourself feeling sorry about yourself always. Yes, there should be, but at some point we have to wake up. Okay. And they don't keep thinking, why is this happening to me? Who are not thinking like this? Wise people are not thinking like this. Why always me? They don't get angry and think. That means the wise people. This is not fair. They don't blame themselves with thoughts like, why was I so stupid? This is most of the time we self ourselves. We so loving others is very easy sometimes. Loving ourselves is very difficult. If I say you to, can you be kind to someone? Yes, I will. You very nice sometimes. But if I tell you, if I ask you to be, can you be kind to yourself a little bit that you make some mistake? No, Venerable, that's very mistake. I made very mistake. I cannot forgive myself. It's happening. But remember, everything starts from forgiving yourself. It is the first you need to forgive is yourself. Okay. So themselves. So they don't blame themselves with thoughts like, why was I so stupid? If only I had done something different, this wouldn't have happened. Why didn't I listen? I should have known better. So thinking like this. It says, wise people do not waste time worrying about what happened in the past and what might happen in the future. It's very important, remember. It's very important. This is why we will always suffer. We blame ourselves. Wow, what happened? Or someone else, what happened? Or what can be consequences? So instead of these kind of thoughts, what the wise person do is, instead like that, wise people accept the thing as they are and say and reflect and talk to themselves like this. Right now, everything is just like this. Just like this means what? Difficult lifestyle. There are so many thoughts coming, this and that. That's the natures. Okay. This is how things are. So they are reflecting, oh, this is how the things are happening. This is why happening. What I can do right now. So things already happen like this. So what I can do now with my mind? Is there a way I can turn these problems into opportunities? So crying with the problem is not the solution, but turning that problem into the opportunity is the solution. So next time, try to mindfulness about your body, your feelings, your thought, your mental state. If you can do, I hope you will able to minimize so many difficulties, and gradually you will able to recognize where the problem, stop for a while, and turn those difficulties into opportunities. So I also think may you be able to do so. Thinking so, I will wind up today's sharing after having a little bit break, and we will do the meditation. Thank you very much. Yeah. Relax your body. See if there is any tightness in your shoulder, body, hands, legs. Make it release and free. Try to deep breath. And start your meditation from breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. While today our main object is breathe in, breathe out, we will start this meditation with metta. So you can say or repeat your mentally what I'm saying. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I free from suffering. May I peaceful. May I be happy. I will chanting and stanza. So just listen it mindfully. Don't open your eye. Just listen it from your meditative position. Namami Buddhaṃ Gunasāgaraṃ Sattā Sadā Hontu Sukhi Avera Kāyo Jiguccho Sakalo Dugando Gaccanti Sambe Marenaṃ Ahaṃ Namami Dhammaṃ Sugatena Desitaṃ Santa Sada Honto Sukhi Avera Kayo Jiguccho Sakalo Dugando Gaccanti Sambe Marenaṃ Ahaṃ Namami Sanghaṃ Muniraja Sāvakaṃ Santa Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kāyo Jiguccho Sakalo Dugando Gaccanti Sambe Marenaṃ Ahaṃ. Don't open your eyes suddenly. Before opening your eye, just observe your thoughts. There is a kind of easiness, there's eagerness to open eye. I want to open eye, so how it feeling? I want to open eye, want to stretch. So what kind of feeling, how it feelings, where it's come from? Observing that slowly, you can open eye when you are ready.